Good morning to one and all. Today our continuation topic virtual clusters and resource management. There are we can see already in previous class migration of memory files and network resources. We can migrate this to another physical nodes. We should consider these are the following issues. First one we can discuss today memory migration. What is the memory migration? This is one of the most important aspect of virtual machine migration. Okay, and we want to say this memory migration in the sense of moving the memory instance of a virtual machine from one physical host to another physical host. It can be approached in any number of ways. So we can say, but traditionally the concepts behind techniques to share the common implementation paradigms, in the sense some patterns techniques by using this employed for these purpose. It depending upon the characteristics of applications or workloads, it should be supported by the guest operating system, and we want to say the memory migration, it can be in a range of hundreds of megabytes, okay, to a few gigabytes in a typical system today. Okay, today onwards we can say the memory migration can be in a range of hundreds of megabytes to a few gigabytes in a typical system today, and it needs to be done in an efficient manner. Okay, so the internet suspend resume, ISR, internet suspend resume, the technique exploits the temporal locality as memory states are likely to have considered able to provide the overlap in the suspended and the resumed instances of a virtual machine. Okay, later we can look at this the temporal locality, what it refers here, in the sense the fact that memory states differ only by amount of work done. Since a virtual machine was lost suspended before being initiated for that migration, we want to exploit the temporal locality, and the each file in a file system, it is represented as a tree of small sub files. Okay, now we can see that what a copy of this tree exists in both suspended and resumed virtual machine instances. Now we see the advantage of this using a tree based representation of files is that the catching to make sure that the transmission of only those files which have been changed. Okay, so the what we have to say that ISR, in the sense we know internet suspend resume, the technique what deals with the situation where the migration of live missions is not a necessarily part. Predictably we say the downtime, in the sense a period during which service is unavailable due to there being no currently executing instance of a virtual machine, what it is high, we want to compare to some of other techniques. Okay, later the techniques will be file system migration. What is the meaning of the file system migration? We want to file system, within the file system we have to store some data files. Okay, we have to migration, we have to link. Okay, to support the virtual machine migration, a system must provide what the system must provide each virtual machine with a consistent location independent view. What location independent view? The consistent location independent view of the file system. That file system is available on all hosts. Okay, simply we achieve this to provide the each virtual machine with its own virtual disks. Okay, which the file system it is mapped to and transport the contents of this virtual disk along with the other states of the virtual mission. Okay, here we can say a simple way to achieve this to provide each virtual mission with its own virtual disk, which file system it is mapped to, and transport the contents of this virtual disk along with other states of virtual mission. Now we can say, however, due to the current trend of high capacity disks, it should be migration of contents of an entire disk over a network is not a viable solution for that one. Okay, due to the current trend of high capacity disks and migration of contents of an entire disk over a network, it is not a viable solution. So in this way we can choose the another way is to have some global file systems across all missions where a virtual mission could be allocated. This way we want to remove the needs to we want to remove these need to the copy files from one mission to the another mission, because all files are network accessible. Okay, and then we have seen here first of all we have seen here a distributed file system is used in internet suspended suspend resume. Okay, in that one we have to serving as a transport mechanism for we want to propagate a suspended virtual mission state. Actually we want to say the file systems themselves are not mapped onto the distributed file systems. Instead of that one we can use virtual mission monitor with only accessing its local file systems. The relevant virtual mission files are explicitly copied into the local file system for a resume operation, and it can taken out of the local file system for a suspend operation. Okay, this can be this approach we can say that it relieves the developers from the complexities of implementing several different file system calls. Okay, for different distributed file systems. Okay, it is also essentially important of the virtual mission monitor from any particular distributed file system semantics. However, this decoupling means that the virtual mission monitor has to store the contents of each virtual missions. So the virtual disks in its local files which have to be moved around with the other state information of that virtual mission. Only we have to exploit the spatial locality. Typically we can say the people often move between the small number of locations such as their homes and offices. In these conditions it is possible to transmit only the difference between the two file systems at suspending and resuming the locations. This technique we can say significantly reduces what that amount of actual physical data that has to be moved. Okay, and then we can discuss the network migration. What is the meaning of the network migration? The name says what does it exactly. Migrating virtual mission should maintain all open network connections. Okay, without relying on forwarding mechanisms, forwarding the mechanisms on the original host, or on support from mobility or redirection mechanisms. Okay, what we can say in this network migration, in the sense to migrating the virtual mission should maintain all open network connections without relying on forwarding mechanisms on the original host, or on support from mobility or redirection mechanisms. Okay, we want to see some redirection mechanisms. We have some six mechanisms, six process, six types of process we can say we can assign here. First of all, we can say the virtual machines assigned a virtual IP address known to other entities. Okay, in the sense, what I want to say in the sense, this to enable remote systems to locate and communicate with a virtual machine here, so that each virtual machine must be assigned a virtual IP address it known to the other entities. This address we can be different from the IP addresses of the host machine where the virtual machine is currently located. Now we say each virtual machine can also have its own distinct virtual MAC address. So in this concept, the virtual machine monitor maintains a mapping of the virtual IP address and MAC addresses to their corresponding virtual missions. Okay, so a migrating virtual mission includes all the protocol states, and it carries to its IP addresses with it. Okay, and then we can say in generally, if the source and destination missions of a virtual mission migration are typically connected to a single switched LAN. Okay, in that it can unsolicited address resolution protocol reply from the migrating host is provided advertising that the IP has moved to a new location or not. This solves the open network connection problem by reconfiguring all the end-to-end networks, in the sense of peers, to send the future packets to a new location. Okay, in generally we can say all the protocol states and carry its IP addresses with it. Okay, now we can say some few packets we can already been transmitted. It might be lost. There are no other problems with this mechanism. So a switched network that migrating the operating system, it can keep its original Ethernet MAC address and rely on the network switch to detect its move to a new port. Okay, and then this is the concept of network migration. We can later discuss the diagrammatic representation of the figure shows you the live migration of virtual machine by using Xen. Here, listen carefully what the figure what the figure illustrates, what demonstrate you. The figure shows you live migration of virtual machine from the domain O domain to a Xen enabled the target host. Okay, what does it exactly means in the sense live migration of virtual machine by using Xen? In the sense, in Xen, as a virtual machine monitor or hypervisor which allows multiple commodity operating systems to share program files x86 hardware in a safe and orderly fashion. Okay, so the following example explains how to perform live migration of a virtual machine between the two Xen enabled host machines. Domain O performs the tasks to create and we want to terminate or migrate to another host by using Xen uses a sender or receiver model to transfer states across, in the sense from one place to another place, to transfer the virtual machine monitors. Here we can look at this diagram. This is the source node, this is the target node. One source will be traveled to the destination node. How it will be in the sense, here we can see this. The virtual machine it's shared to the shadow page table by using this virtual machine monitor. In that one we can take, in that one the shadow page table gives to the 30 bit map, and the 30 bit map will goes to the migration daemon. Okay, here we have to compress. First of all, we have to compression will be done there, and this migration daemon will be passed to the target node. The target node, the CBC, in the sense compression will be done at migration daemon. Here the virtual machine monitor is there, and then hardware and networking devices and storage devices will be there. These are how to create the task and terminate and migrate to another host. By using Zen concept, we have to send or receive the model to transfer the states across virtual missions. Okay, here we can see live migration transfers the working state and the memory of a virtual mission across a network when it is running. Zen also supports you that the virtual mission migration by using a mechanism called remote direct memory access. Okay, by using a mechanism, here Zen also supports virtual mission migration. That mechanism will be RDMA, remote direct memory access. It will be speed up the virtual machine migration by avoiding the transmission control protocol or internet protocol stack processing overhead. So this direct memory access implements a different transfer protocol by whose the origin, the source and destination virtual machine buffers, it must be registered before any transfer operations it should occur. By using this, we want to reducing it to a one-sided interface. So the data communication over remote direct memory access does not need to involve the CPU caches or context switches. Okay. Later we discuss the dynamic deployment of virtual clusters in further video. Thank you.